We are now recording, Mayor, so you are good to begin.
Very good. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for inviting us into your homes tonight. This meeting is being held in conformance with the Open Publics Meeting Act. Notice has been in the newspaper and in public places. The next open public meeting of the council will be on June 3rd, 2021. Roll call, please.
Councilman Cannon.
Greg, you're muted.
Councilman Hirsch.
Here.
Councilwoman Kelly.
Here.
Councilwoman Montone.
Here.
Councilman Swindell.
Here.
Deputy Mayor Martucci.
Here.
Mayor Tagliarini.
Yeah, thank you very much. Welcome to the workshop meeting for May 20th, 21. Mr. Russell, can you kindly guide us through the workshop?
Yes. First off, item number 1 on the workshop agenda, ordinance authorizing permanent roadway easements for portions of land known as Block 62, Lot 11. I would ask that we can pull that for this meeting, and we will bring that back at our next council meeting. Legal needs to review a few things that he caught and would like to make some changes after he gets some verifications. Excuse me. We have another bond ordinance on for first reading. That is a part of our roads program that we did leave off, so we had to make some changes. Excuse me 1 second. Next up is number 3 is the Sustainable Jersey 2021 Environmental Defense Fund Climate Corps program. Very simple. Basically, what's going to happen is that Aberdeen will receive a technical assistance from an EDF fellow. Usually, it's a student that's working for their master's, and they're specially trained in energy project assessment and development for approximately. They'll be in our town for 10 weeks, starting in the summer of 2021. And the primary objective of the program is to advance energy efficiency in the municipal operations in our facilities. The fellows' efforts will include research and assistance with applications for funding through New Jersey Clean Energy Program and other incentives and grant programs, as well as developing documentation for Sustainable Jersey certification points for energy actions. This is no cost to the town. This is actually done through grants through New Jersey Natural Gas and JCP&L that work through Sustainable Jersey. So this is approving so we can apply and then move forward with that. And number 4 is correcting the deeds for blocks 311 and 328, the Cliffwood Avenue. If everyone remembers, this actually started, well, at least for me, this started when I first got here last year. I think this was actually going on pre-me as well, I believe, but just to kind of remind everyone and explain what this is actually doing. The resolution will permit the township to proceed with correcting deeds and fixing the tax map for a record for recording errors that were affect the property lines of certain properties in blocks 311 and 328 on Cliffwood Avenue. These errors date back to 1952 and have persisted ever since. The errors should be corrected to actually reflect the property lines of the affected property owners and the township, as well as accurately report information to the state. What we really need to remember on this one is the correction will not reduce any property owner's lot size, so they don't have to worry about losing any property. The corrected deeds will just reflect the property lines that actually exist rather than incorrect property lines as the deeds currently show. And by correcting the deeds now, the property owners will avoid title issues that may arise if the correction is not made. This is the first step to show that the corrections are authorized by the governing body, and then will also allow administration and other professionals to proceed with making the corrections, including providing information to affected residents about the corrections. And if I have to get any other legal or other professionals involved for the surveying, which basically we've done all the surveying already, and prepare the necessary documents so we can provide that to the county when we have to submit everything. And number 5 is authorizing the Lsrp for engineering services for the Strathmore pumping station. Again, this is something that's already been going on previous for many years, and this is basically we're basically at the end of the process. We do have an extension to 2023, but this is still just a little bit more work that still has to be done. Scope of services range from the field sampling and update ecological risk assessments. Once that's completed, it will send that all back down to DEP again. DEP will review everything and then come back with if they have any more recommendations that we may have to address, or they'll close out the project and we can move forward. But that is all I have for Mayor. I do have a small report when we get to the regular meeting. And of course, I will have some issues for executive session, and that's it after that.
Terrific. Members of council, any questions for Brian to delve in anything a little deeper that you might need on those five?
What do we have left to do on the Strathmore pump station?
Give me 1 second. I'll read it.
Not the last thing we did for whatever, $97,000 was the last environmental checklist. Anybody else remember that? CFO's laughing, so apparently.
So let me
I
say,
don't remember that, but I can tell you that there is work being done at the Aberdeen pumping station, at Strathmore pumping station. There was work being, there was equipment back there and a trailer in front of it this afternoon.
Yeah, but I mean, like, so the most recent engineer's report says that they're going to close it out and then there'll be a deed notice to dig out the vanadium. But like, so then what are we supposed to do with it? Right? We paid, I think we're up to like $200-some thousand, and we're going to file all these reports and paid for all this paperwork. But then what is vanadium, and is it going to still be buried under there? Because the only likely use for that land, now that the solar farm's on it, is expanding the park. So if we're in for 200 and it costs 300 to get the vanadium out of the ground, why are we paying for a $200,000 deed notice? You follow me? Like, and it's a lot of money so far. Do you have any idea on that, or?
Yeah.
I know that wasn't really a question, but I'm just throwing that out there. It says the engineering report says they're going to leave vanadium under the ground.
Yeah,
No idea. I know it's some sort of, it used to be the wastewater treatment plant, so it's obviously some kind of chemical. But like we put now, I thought this originally, so Brian, before you, this was like a $40,000 expense to close it out. And then it was a $97,000 expense to close it out. Angela, am I wrong about this or no?
No, you're not.
Okay. And now we're at another $49,000 expense to close it out. And then I read the engineering report and it says former Strathmore wastewater treatment plant site. August, what is it? Additional ecological sampling will need to be conducted in 2021, subject to township authorization and proposal. Groundwater sampling to continue in first quarter of 2021 per existing authorization, which is the last thing that we had to do. August 2019 remedial action work plan to be revised to address new vanadium standard and additional ecological assessment, proposed deed notice for vanadium to be removed. That means they're leaving it there and putting a notice on the property. Remedial action regulatory timeframe with 2-year extension to May 7th, 2023. Proposal for above items to be sent, and here we are, $49,000 again.
Well,
May I make a proposal that we table this and have the engineer come in and give a straightforward explanation and detail?
I was just
Let's talk to the
gonna
Lsrp, because I don't want to. I mean, we're $200,000 in. We're leaving stuff in the ground. Like, what?
well, I'm only going to take a shot at this since we've had so much work on Church Street with LSRPs. Could that just, well, we shouldn't guess. And I think Councilman Hirsch brought up a great idea. We should bring the engineer in. I'm just wondering if that's the cost of the LSRP to basically approve the entire project. But that's just a guess because of all the LSRP work we did on Church Street that CME had to do to verify that all work has been done properly. So let's bring the engineer in. That's just my good guess.
But, so the last time we approved this, the last time, I don't remember what it was. Was it Mason? Who was here as the manager? Anybody remember?
It had been Dan.
I think it was Mason. I got this whole song and dance about how this is the last $97,000 we have to spend. Now there's a remedial action work planned out to 2023, and we're $200,000 in, and we're talking about leaving stuff in the ground. Well, and honestly, I don't see any other use for that property unless it's leveled and sold to a developer for far less than we've already put into it, or
right.
We expand the Noble Place Park. So I don't really, I'm not sure I'm not going to feel comfortable. We're going to dig the vanadium out later if we're going to expand the park. So, or do we have to do that? But we need the Lsrp here to tell us what's going on.
Absolutely.
No problem with that. Again,
because we obviously got a song and dance from the last manager on this topic.
Going way back before me, everybody. So I'm learning as I meet with these people, and that's fine. So I will. I have another meeting with Anthony tomorrow and some other stuff that we didn't get done to today. and I'll ask him, tell him that we tabled it, and I will need Baram to be at the next meeting, and we can have a discussion. Not a problem.
So Councilman Cannon, since you're our favorite consent agenda person, you'll make that table of 3, that correction, take it off consent,
Sure.
and then make the motion for consent. Councilman Hirsch, great idea. Councilman Cannon, good job. And whether any other questions or comments on the workshop meeting for tonight? Not seeing any. Brian, you seeing anything I'm not seeing? Okay. So with that, I'll ask the deputy mayor to make a motion to leave workshop for the regular meeting.
The mayor and my fellow council members, I'd like to make a motion to leave the workshop of this evening and move on to our regular session at this time.
Second.
Okay, all in favor of that?
Aye.
Good. Well, this meeting is being held in conformance with the Open Publics Meeting Act. Notice has been given to the newspaper. Notice of the meeting has been posted in public places. The next open public meeting of the council will be on June 3rd, 2021. Welcome to the Aberdeen Township Council regular meeting for Thursday, May 20th. Roll call, please.
Councilman Cannon,
Here.
Councilman Hirsch,
Here.
Councilwoman Kelly,
Here.
Councilwoman Montone,
Here.
Councilman Swindell,
Here.
Deputy Mayor Martucci,
Here.
Mayor Tagliarini.
Yeah, thank you very much. At this point in time, we'll do our moment of silence. We always think about our men and women in the military who are protecting us here on our soil and on foreign soils to allow us to meet in forums like this. We also still must keep in mind all the doctors, nurses, researchers, technicians, everyone in the healthcare industry for getting us what we feel could be getting out of this COVID spin. We also thank having the vaccines. We still urge folks to seriously think. We can't tell you what to do, but I think we're floating around 30-something% right now. It would be nice if some more folks, if anybody out there who hears this and needs any help whatsoever in getting a vaccine, please contact any of us. The county is available. The visiting nurse at the Bell Works are basically just talking to anyone or everyone, and they got a lot of time on their hands. Bayshore Hospital is still doing it 5 days a week. Central State, I believe, is doing Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. So, and also, they lowered the age. So if anybody out there needs any help whatsoever, we're here to help you receive that vaccine. To date, Brian could back this up. I think we've helped more than 400 Aberdeen residents getting vaccines with the help of state and county officials. And that was just a great thing. And now I invite you for your own moment to reflect on anything you'd like to do.
Mayor, I think Mr. Hirsch has a question.
Please.
Yes, Mayor, not a question, just as another alternative for getting vaccinated.
Yes, sir.
I was at Costco this afternoon, and they had a sign at the front door, vaccinations available, come on back.
Well, there you go. There's another one. So there's plenty out there. Ocean Health Initiative. I saw the doctor who runs that organization. All over the place, you can get vaccines, and we urge you to do so. With that, thank you.
One more thing. I think Angela may have had something to say.
Yeah, yes, I just got my second vaccine today at Brookdale, and they said that you no longer need an appointment. You can just go in.
Absolutely amazing, the transition in the past 2 or 3 weeks, right? When people couldn't get appointments, and now you can walk into the Bell Works, the hospitals I mentioned, Brookdale, as Angela has mentioned. So a lot of places available to get your vaccine. At this point, thank you for that moment of silence. And right now I would like to do the salute to our great flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, everyone. We might have a a comment to make about zooming and lawn signs, lawn flags in a few minutes. So stay tuned for that. At this point in time, we're going to open this up to council reports. And I'll just say that in light of what we're hearing, and today I believe only 30 new cases in Monmouth County, 30 too many. But in light of what we're learning, in light of what the governor has been telling us, we at Town Hall are forging ahead with all our outdoor activities for this year. At the Business Council, Brian and I met with the Business Council, and then 2 days later, we met with some town-wide officials, and that September 18th will be Aberdeen Day. We may be calling it something, Welcome Back to Aberdeen Day. So we're very excited about that. We're very excited that this Memorial Day we'll make our rounds, have our inspection with Cliffwood Fire Department on Memorial Day. Please join us at 10:30. We'll lay a wreath down at Veterans Park about an hour after that, and finish up the morning at high noon at the VFW post, back to where we normally should be on Memorial Day. So a lot of events. I'm not going to take up time now, but July 4th looks good and our concerts look good, but we'll get back to you on all of that. And so we're just being very positive and very hopeful that we'll return to our normalcy and doing the things that we love to do so much. With that, Deputy Mayor, do you have anything?
Yes, I'd like to mention to our constituents that last Thursday, I was very happy and very proud to be able to attend a ceremony, public ceremony, where we were able to officially swear in our new chief, Chief Geyer, and also to elevate a lieutenant, sergeant, and 3 new officers. So it was a very nice ceremony. The families were there. We had a beautiful night. Brian, you were very, very lucky again to have picked a beautiful night for the ceremony. And I think everybody there was very pleased with the way it went down. And we're very pleased to announce that our staff has grown, and our police squad has been doing an outstanding job under our new leadership.
Well said, Deputy Mayor. Very good. Councilwoman Montone, I believe you have something, right?
Yes, I am very happy to announce that on June 1st, we will be reopening Town Hall to the public. And Mr. Russell, during his report, will give further details on that. We are also working on having in-person council meetings. We are, I think, gearing for July, our first meeting in July, as an in-person council meeting. And we're all looking forward to being back in Town Hall.
Terrific. Great news. Thank you. Councilman Hirsch.
Thank you, Mayor. It is with great pleasure that I remind our residents that the Matawan Aberdeen Regional High School is in fact having again this year their Relay for Life at the high school track, 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. this coming Saturday. There is a $10 admission. We ask everybody if they can stop by to stop by. It's a worthy cause, and we missed it last year, so I'm so glad that we're able to move forward again this year with one of the most important fundraisers of our time.
Thank you, Councilman. It is American Cancer, and you alluded to that, and they do a tremendous job. Councilwoman Kelly.
Hi, some news from the library. They've been working really, really hard to get reopened. I mean, all along they've been having, appointments, and you can make requests for materials that was you could pick up on the porch. They've had scheduled appointments to use the computer. They've been trying to, and they have their crafts on the go. They've been doing a lot of stuff online, but they're really trying hard to get open very soon. She did lose Kim Pam, the library director, lost staff over the pandemic, and that's been a problem. But I'm happy to say that they've been having interviews and advertising for people, and they've rehired most of the people that they need to. There's still a few positions open, so I think they're going to be opening again real soon. So there's that.
That is great news. We've had many calls about that, but so good. Any other member of council have anything they'd like to add on any reports that, on this evening? No? Okay, very, very, very good. At this point, then, I'm going to move to agenda item number 5, which is the hearing of the citizen.
Hold on, Mayor.
Yes.
I have a report still, and I gotta check with the chief if he has something.
Oh, absolutely. I'm so sorry, Mr. Manager. Take the floor, please.
So I'm gonna follow up from what Councilwoman Montone said. Yes, Town Hall will open June 1st during our normal working hours. We're basically are going back to our hours of January of 2019. So we'll be back open fully. Mask and temperature screenings will still be required when you enter the building as soon as you walk in. But all offices are open and all residents are welcome to come and meet with our staff. And trust me, my staff is very, very eager to welcome residents back into the building. So, with minor COVID protocols, but the building is open as of June 1st. Again, yes, we are trying to get our meetings back to in person. We're just about there. We're kind of hoping that with as the weeks keep changing, some more protocols will be rescinded. I would love to be able to have our the meetings without masks indoors. So we're hoping that that will become part of it, and that we can take down some of the safety plexiglass that we have up, so you feel a little bit more comfortable sitting at your seats. Because right now you it will be set up more like a fishbowl kind of look. So we are trying to get that taken care of. So we're hoping either by our second June meeting, but no later than our first July meeting, we will be back in Town Hall conducting our council meetings. A little recreation report that I got from our new director, Keith Heckman. The spray park, and if you are part of our social media content of Facebook and Instagram, you'll have been already seeing some of our posts are up. The spray park will be open as of Saturday, May 29th, starting at 10 a.m. and it will close at 7 p.m. It'll be open the weekends up until when school officially closes out, and then it'll be open during, we'll have weekday hours as well. And we'll keep posting those on all our sites as the time goes on, but officially we'll be open for Memorial Day weekend. Also, we will keep an attendant on staff for safety protocols, just to play safe. If we have anything, keep cleaning and make sure the bathrooms are clean. But as just like we did in the past, but there'll be no other restrictions. Children can go in as they want and use the use the spray park facility. If it feels like it's a little overcrowded, then the attendant will kind of monitor and filter out as time goes on. But we're ready to go with the spray park. I was down there last week when they opened it up, and there'll be a couple more tests next week to finalize and be open for Saturday. Summer Adventures is also going to be happening. Registration actually begins tomorrow. Registration will be from May 21st to June 23rd, and the programs will start on June 28th. We will have 6 sessions, 5 days a week, and you'll be able to, if tomorrow you can go on, you can register in person if you want at Town Hall, or you can go on our website. We will have a link tomorrow. Will be up on our website that you can go now and go register for Summer Adventures right on right on the website. We have a program that's on there. And as more programs come online for the township this year, you'll be able to go right on this new, the new link, which is on, like I said, which will be hooked up to our website, and you'll be able to do everything online. You can pay online, you'll be able to register online. The information about each program will be on there, and you'll be able to do everything with a point and a click. Something new that we're also going to be having that the director let me know today is that we'll have yoga in the parks. It'll be down at Ross Field for the time being of as long as it's still open. And then if we have to, as that park comes online for construction, we will of course move it a little bit off of that area. But we're gonna have 2 sessions. It'll be on Saturdays from 4:30 to 5:30. And it'll be, first session is June 12th to July 25th. And then August 7th to September 11th. will be the second session. And again, it'll be from 4:30 to 5:30. And tomorrow that'll also be up on the on our new recreation link to register and get any other information. And one other program that we're working with the high school athletic staff on, and we're getting that put together pretty quick. There will be a sports camp this summer. We're looking at 10 camps. Right now we have 2 confirmed, which will be football and wrestling. The other sports will be coming online. We're just clarifying and confirming with the athletic department, more counselors and other sports coaches that'll be staffing these programs. So we're working great, and can't wait to see that starting to happen. Can't wait to see yoga in the park. So hopefully we'll see some of you out there as well. But already we're moving on with our recreation programs and throughout the summer, and then you'll be seeing some more different programs throughout the fall and winter as time goes on, as we see what else we can put on this year's schedule. And I will turn it over to Chief Geyer if he has anything.
Yes, before I give our weekly COVID numbers, I would just like to add to Deputy Mayor Martucci's comments about the swearing in ceremony. I know COVID made us push everything outside, but I couldn't think of a nicer ceremony we have in the past. I mean, I know, when we had them inside, everybody was sweating and uncomfortable. And I got to tell you, I think this last one kind of topped it. I mean, having the mayor and the full council and the manager there, I know the officers were very appreciative seeing everybody there, including the family and friends, and having it the way we did. I mean, I don't know. I think the manager might have been the architect behind setting that up, but I thought it was really nice and it was really appreciated by the members of the police department. So thank you. Moving on to the COVID numbers, they're really, really low. We've had 1894 total, 57 active, and 5 new since 5/12. So that's been the lowest that I've seen since I've been giving these numbers over the past 2 months. So that should be pretty good for everybody here. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief.
Thank you, Chief. Well, Chief, you could say it was one of the finest ceremonies because it's when you became chief.
There you go.
There you go, right? So very good job. And Brian, I apologize for leaving you and the chief out, but it also gave me a second to let everybody know that this past week, Bayshore Hospital invited the towns that they really service very well. And they gave us a tour of a brand new emergency department in which they'll have like 35 rooms, the latest MRI machines and testings right there by the emergency room. They're spending $50 million on this improvement. And I told them that we would help them as much as possible getting the word out of all the improvements they're making over at Bayshore, because anyone's ever taken a ride, they'll learn, an ambulance ride, that the ambulance will bring you to the closest facility. And it is Bayshore for us. And I couldn't be happier that they're investing $50 million on an emergency setup there, which is just outstanding. They're going to get us some more information. When we do, I'll present it to you, Brian and John, so that we can tell our residents about the Bayshore Hospital. I think I'm done. Does anyone else have a last minute thought that they would like to speak about right now? You see anything? All good, sir?
Move on.
Okay, so we will then go to agenda item number 5, which will be the hearing of the citizens on agenda items only. We'll get to new business in a few minutes. So on agenda items only. Mr. Russell, you see any hands or thumbs or?
No, Mayor, nothing at this time.
Okay, very good. Thank you for checking for me. Councilman Hirsch, item 6.
Yes, Mayor and Deputy Mayor, my fellow council members, I'd like to make a motion to accept the minutes from workshop, regular and executive meeting of February 4th, 2021.
Second,
Councilman Cannon,
Yes.
Councilman Hirsch,
Yes.
Councilwoman Kelly,
Yes.
Councilwoman Monton,
Yes.
Councilman Swindell,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Martucci,
yes,
Mayor Tagliarini.
Yes, thank you very much. We're moving on to 7A, ordinance number 6, 2021. Ordinance number 6, 2021, introduced and passed on first reading by title on May 6, 2021, and published according to law, is now being taken up for further consideration and public hearing. Affidavit of publication of this ordinance in the Asbury Park Press, May 11th, 2021, will be submitted, and that is noted that a copy of the ordinance had been posted in Town Hall and that copies were available to the general public upon request. Madam Clerk.
Calendar year 2021 ordinance to exceed the municipal budget appropriation limits and to establish a capping.
Okay, now I'd like to open this meeting to the public for any remarks or comments for or against the final adoption of this ordinance, if any. And maybe Mr. Russell can help me scan this for any thumbs or hand signals or,
No, Mayor, nothing at this
Yeah.
time.
okay, I agree with you. Deputy Mayor, a motion, please?
yes, Mr. Mayor, my fellow council members, I'd like to make a motion that ordinance number 6, 2021 be finally passed and adopted, and that notice of its passage and adoption be published by title in the May 25th, 2021 issue of the Asbury Park Press.
Second.
Councilman Cannon,
Yes.
Councilman Hirsch,
Yes.
Councilwoman Kelly,
Yes.
Councilwoman Monton,
Yes.
Councilman Swindell,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Martucci,
Yes,
Mayor Tagliarini.
Yes, thank you very much. Councilwoman Monton, I think you have a special motion for 8A, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, Mayor, Deputy Mayor, and fellow council members, I'd like to make a motion to pull ordinance number 7-2021 for further attorney review.
second,
Councilman Cannon,
Yes.
Councilman Hirsch,
Yes.
Councilwoman Kelly,
Yes.
Councilwoman Monton,
Yes.
Councilman Swindell,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Martucci,
yes,
Mayor Tagliarini.
Yes, thank you very much. 8B, Councilwoman Kelly, please.
Yes, so the mayor, deputy mayor, my fellow council members, I'd like to make a motion to introduce bond ordinance number 8, 2021 on first reading by title and to order the same to be published by summary in the May 25th, 2021 issue of the Asbury Park Press, together with notice of its introduction and passage on first reading by title, and that it will be further considered for final passage after public hearing and a meeting of the Township Council to be held on June 3rd, 2021 at 7:30 through Zoom broadcasting.
second,
Bond ordinance providing for the reconstruction of Autumn Lane in and by the Township of Aberdeen in the County of Monmouth, New Jersey, appropriating $1,100,000 therefore, and authorizing the issuance of $990,000 bonds or notes of the township to finance part of the cost thereof. Councilman Cannon,
Yes.
Councilman Hirsch,
Yes.
Councilwoman Kelly,
Yes.
Councilwoman Monton,
Yes.
Councilman Swindell,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Martucci,
yes,
Mayor Tagliarini.
Before I say yes, I'd like to give credit to Councilman Cannon and Hirsch for all the work they do on the roads program and adding this road on there. And just for a moment, and Brian, I don't mean to put you in a spot, but what is the total road budget now for this year of roads that we're going to do a recons and mill and overlay? It's quite extensive, correct?
I believe we're about 800,000 in mill and pave, and I think close to,
It's a Brian, if I may,
yeah,
I believe it was 2.8 plus the cost of this total.
I think it's about 3.8, 3.9, yep.
yeah,
Yep.
so close to four.
Well,
On
good.
road, yes.
And
Absolutely.
just to reiterate, Mayor, the Township of Aberdeen has spent nearly $16 million over the last 4 years on their road repaving, remilling, reconstruction.
Outstanding. Thank you, John, for having those numbers. I guess a lot of PR work goes into that too, and you're right on top of it with the numbers. Outstanding job to to the road committee and to the entire council. I know it's always, when is my road going to get done? And we've had a great track record for 12 years and plus our predecessors. And it's a job unfinished and we will get it done. So thank you much. And my vote is yes. Okay. And with that, we're going to the consent agenda. Councilman Cannon, I know you got some work here tonight.
Yes, Mayor and fellow council members, I'd like to make a motion to remove resolution 2021-84 from the consent agenda until the Lsrp provides more information regarding the remaining scope of work and the final condition of the property.
Second.
Councilman Cannon,
Yes.
Councilman Hirsch,
Yes.
Councilwoman Kelly,
Yes.
Councilwoman Montone,
Yes.
Councilman Swindell,
yes,
Deputy Mayor Martucci,
Yes.
Mayor Tagliarini.
Yes, thank you very much. Councilman?
Yes, Mayor and fellow council members, I'd like to make a motion to adopt the consent agenda, which consists of resolutions 2021-82 and 2021-83.
Second.
Councilman Cannon,
Yes.
Councilman Hirsch,
Yes.
Councilwoman Kelly,
Yes.
Councilwoman Montone,
Yes.
Councilman Swindell,
yes,
Deputy Mayor Martucci,
Yes.
Mayor Tagliarini.
Yes, thank you very much. Moving along, we're up to agenda item number 9, which is the hearing of the citizens' correspondence petitions. Sometimes we call it new business. The floor is yours. Just indicate to Mr. Russell that you would like to be heard.
I have nobody, Mayor.
Yeah, I don't see any. Well,
I
thank you.
thought I just saw Mr.
Yeah,
Vinier.
Paul, I
raise
saw
his
your hand
hand.
go up. Or pop.
Yeah.
No?
Paul?
Yep, go ahead.
You're muted, Paul. There you go.
Okay.
Thanks. Paul Rainier, Aberdeen, 109 Wilson Avenue. Yeah, I came in a little late. Sorry about that. I missed the workshop, but I noticed on the agenda, the thing from Sustainable Jersey where the EDF basically resource to help look through the utility bills and whatnot. So I just wanted to say that that's cool that that's happening. I sat through a workshop today. We're right in the middle of Sustainable Jersey's annual summit, and it's virtual this year. So I sat through a workshop this afternoon called Show Me the Data, and it seemed to be tied into this. And it was very interesting because on this Sustainable Jersey website right now, they're actually making available all kinds of really cool data about energy usage in every municipality in New Jersey. This is something that a couple of years ago, we would have called a municipal energy audit and would have, embarked on our own to baseline something like this if we were so inclined. It looks like Sustainable Jersey actually picking up the ball and with their core of volunteers and actually doing this on their own and making the data available to everyone. So I just want to report that it's really cool. They're baselining it based on 2015. But going forward, they'll be doing it over and over so that towns will be able to go and look to see, how much natural gas their town's using, how much, traffic, automotive miles are going through their town, and just lots and lots of different data that they're picking up that would have been considered part of a municipal energy audit. So just figured you guys might be interested. I'm going to take a look at it. If there's something really cool that I think you should know, I'll bring it up. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you, Paul. And a couple of nights ago, I was with Mr. Grillo, the Director of New Jersey Sustainability, and he also passes on his best wishes to the council and thanks for supporting this. So, thank you, Paul. Any hands up that I don't see, Brian?
Let me just scroll one more time.
Yeah.
No, Mayor, no.
Yeah, okay. I don't either, so we're safe. Who will read the executive session resolution?
I got you.
Okay, sir.
Right. Whereas the township council are mindful of the rights of the public to attend and witness meetings of governing body of which public business is discussed and to be involved in all phases of governmental action. And whereas the Open Public Meetings Act nonetheless recognizes the authority of the public body to exclude the public from meetings in certain enumerated instances in which disclosure of matters discussed could endanger public safety, property, or other public interests or evade individual privacy. And whereas, as authorized by the Open Public Meetings Act, NJSA 10:4-12B, the Township Council have a need to meet in private sessions to discuss. And be it resolved that the Township Council will meet in private session at 8:13 p.m. on May 17, 2021 to discuss the following specific items: potential litigation, health, and personnel. Be it further resolved that the matter so discussed will be disclosed to the public when its need for confidentiality no longer exists.
Very good. Can I have a motion to adjourn, please, to executive session?
Motion to adjourn.
We need a motion. Excuse me, Mayor, we need a motion for executive session.
For the executive session itself. Okay, somebody really should second that.
Hey, Artie, did you just do that, Artie?
Well, he went to the adjournment, so we'll,
Second the executive session.
okay, great. Okay, all in favor of that, please?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, now I'll ask for an adjournment to the executive session. And who would like to do that?
I'll make
Okay,
that motion.
great, okay, all in
Second.
favor? Okay, all in favor of that?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us tonight. We'll see you in a couple of weeks. Don't wait 2 weeks to get a hold of us if you need us. We're here for you. And thank you all very, very much. Good evening. Take care.